Okay, so today's video is going to be about bolt maintenance. This is from an AK. It's Hungarian. Most 7.62 by 39s are all alike. The tools you're going to be needing today is a couple of punches, and these are 1/16 inch punch. Let's see if I can focus. Anyway, 1/16 inch punch. But if you notice, I have a short one here and a long one. If you've never did any maintenance on a bolt, or it's a very old rifle, it can be a little tough to get out the pins, so you're going to need a short one. When I first started working on these bolts professionally, I damaged these long ones and figured out that I needed a shorter one. So I bought one that was full length size like this one, and I just cut it down myself. So it's one of those learning trial and error things. Well, first of all, we're going to knock out the firing pin and go over here. Another tool you're going to need is a small little gunsmith hammer. You notice the pin starts to come out. So I've done maintenance on this one before, so it's not that bad. And it comes right out like that. So this one is having a hard time coming out. And the firing pin comes out. You see that there's a lot of little crud on there, and I noticed that without even taking it out, because the firing pin wasn't moving freely as nice as I'd like it to be. So we'll just give this a quick clean off with a rag here. And then we still have the extractor here. And the extractor comes out the same way. You just use a punch. Start off with a short one. And you want to hold down the extractor at the same time so it doesn't pop out and fly across the room. And you can notice it starts to come out. So we get the long one, push it all the way out, and it falls right through. And the extractor is still on my finger, under my finger. Look how dirty that extractor is. So this probably won't be as severe as this one when you take yours apart, but I shoot a lot of suppressed shooting. So it has extra grass that comes back. I don't know if you can see down there, but there's a good amount of crud down there. Anyway, this is why you practice bolt maintenance, and that the rifle doesn't fail on you during critical situations. Toothbrush and some cleaning fluid. And if you have any questions or comments, definitely post below. And you just need to clean it enough to where it doesn't have a huge buildup. I have noticed these cracked or broken, so they can wear out or break. And also with the pins, you want to clean the pins out, so they got to go back in. And clean the extractor. And the cavity, what I like to use is just a Q-tip. I've been using Q-tips ever since I started cleaning guns. They're cheap and very useful. So look how much crud comes out of there, and it's fairly a sealed crevice, but definitely needs to be cleaned. Then you get your cleaning solution. And you can spray down the firing pin channel on both ends. And it's, with the spray cleaner, it got pretty clean in there. But you can also stick a Q-tip down there. I'll get one from behind me. So another Q-tip, stick it down the firing pin channel, and just clean it. Look how dirty that came out. See if I can focus. So that came from the firing pin channel. Very dirty. Let's see if I'll just stick some. I never use the little straw that comes with these things, but maybe I should. So as I'm spraying, stuff does come out. And we'll clean the channel with the regular brush. And then we'll get back to the firing pin. The firing pin seems to be a little deformed here in the rear, so a little expected. Other than that, it's pretty clean. But I'm going to go ahead and polish this with a little polishing wheel that I have here. Oh, loose. And I believe this is a 3M product wheel here. It's industrial strength. then I'm gonna use some slits, and it's just a metal polish. Works really good. And then we're gonna polish this up. Well, it's nice and polished, no gunk on it. I'm satisfied with it. You can go ahead and reinstall this all like the way we disassembled it. Okay, so first thing we'll do is get the extractor here. I'm gonna clean it a little bit more because just noticed something. Let me try this right here. Yeah, that's good. So Q-tips really well. I've been using them for a long time. Good trade, cheap, and it's clean down there now. So we'll put this spring in here. And you put the flat side on the extractor. And we'll put the extractor in, turn it the correct way. So this goes in technically the same way it went in, but it's going the opposite way. And what you want to do is align the that's why you keep pressure on the extractor. So it doesn't pop out. So there's this little channel on the extractor pin, and basically it needs to run along the same parallel to the firing pin so that it can pass through. So you won't see the channel from the top. So you press it down and give it a little knock, and now the extractor won't come out. So then I'll see if you can see the pin here. This is right there. So you can straighten that out, and it will move, and that channel will be straight with this. So we need to hit it in just a little further. Until it's all the way in there. It's all the way in there in parallel to the firing pin, retaining pin. So it's cleaned up, polished. I'm gonna put just a real small tad bit of lubricating oil just to coat the steel. Not too much, I don't want to gunk it up, just to lubricate it up, just to have a small film of oil. Just to lubricate it so it won't rust. I have seen these completely rusted and very hard to get out. So the firing pin, you want to install it with the channel cut out, just like the or it's gonna fit in there like that. And we're gonna insert the firing pin, trying not to move it so that it stays the same direction that we want it. And it's completely extruding from the other side. And then we start tapping on the pin. And you see it's coming out. So we're gonna have to take it out, realign it, and stick it in there. See if that works, and we'll hold on pressure to it, and it worked. There you go. So you want to make sure this is flush. Firing pin is, woo, that's 10 times better than when I first. So you stick it next to your ear, rattle it back forward. It should be free floating. On this particular boat, it's a free-floating firing pin. There are some AKs that are spring assisted or under spring pressure, but this one's free-floating, and you should be able to push it up, let it go, and fall down. It should be free-floating. You can hear it go back and forth, and that's it. That's a very small job, but it's essential. You don't want this to get stuck right here and you have like an open bolt machine gun, which is very dangerous. Sounds cool, an open bolt machine gun, it sounds cool, but it's very dangerous because it could explode without being in the battery or chambered. 100% chambered, and could make the firearm explode. So it's cool, but not a good idea. So it must be free floating. If you have any questions, comment below. Thank you for watching my video, and if you want to see more, subscribe or follow, or let me know what you think of the video also. Thank you. Have a blessed day.